Yo, what's poppin' everybody? This is Sabro54. We're gonna be talking Astral Radiance in this video, our next upcoming set. But before I get to that, I'm gonna quickly summarize Brilliant Stars, our current set. That set can basically be summed up with Arceus VSTAR putting in work in the standard format as everybody that has a brain would expect. I expected the card to be extremely good upon reviewing it. I told everybody, hey, this card is going to be hot. And I think everybody just knew that. With those attacks, the effect will let you grab two cards. It's just obvious. And it's actually only going to get better as this next set is going to come out and more cards are going to come out. Not necessarily get better, but as more and more powerful V-Stars come out, it just means more Pokemon you can pair up with Arceus and accelerate energy onto them. Just pair them up, and then you got a deck basically. Its effect to let you grab two cards is always handy. It can accelerate energies in all these new V-Stars that are coming out. And basically, I just want to mention this too. I've said this a bunch of times. Slowly but surely, as we're getting new sets with these V-Stars, the VMAXs are gonna fade out. They're still kind of printing them, but it's a formality, I would say. The VMAXs, they've got a little bit more HP than the V-Stars, but they don't have that additional extra effect that you can have on a V-Star. And they have a little bit more HP, but they're going to give out 3 prizes as opposed to 2. It doesn't really make that much difference because, yeah, I guess there's some attacks that are going to get that 1-hit KO on a V-Star, then a VMAX would survive, but most attacks are going to 2-hit KO V-Stars and VMAXs, so it's not really, you're just getting the drawback of giving that extra prize when the Pokemon is going to get knocked out that way. And the other thing with VMAXs is, what they got is they got a lot of cards that counter them too. Like they keep printing cards that just do things that only on VMAXs, but not on V-Stars and other Vs. I guess it's good to balance them out being strong, but we need a little bit of hate for the V-Stars because they're going to be pretty strong. Now, Astral Radiance, the face of the set, is Darkrai, Darkrai V and Darkrai V-Star. And that's not just for show. This card is going to be extremely broken. I didn't review it because it's not in the Time Gazer, Space Juggler, and Battle Regent Japanese sets, but it is going to make its way into our English set as a regular V and V-Star. So for the people that are tired of Mew, Fusion Strike Mew, and hate that deck, this guy is probably going to be the death of Mew. Darkrai V-Star, what it essentially does is it has the same attack, Dark Pulse, as Greninja Zoroark GX. But the difference is this guy is a V-Star. It's going to give out 2 prizes as opposed to 3. So much less risk. And it actually has more HP as a V-Star compared to that attack Team GX, 250 HP. This is going to be pretty nasty because besides more lesser cards, slow cards like Hydreigon, the stage 2, that you could potentially use and get that combo going, attach darkness energies from the hand, and power up the dude. The main card that this guy is going to exploit is Galarian Moltres V. Galarian Moltres V has been a phenomenal card. Once again, just obvious stuff with that ability when I reviewed it. Obvious stuff is obvious. An effect like that is great. It's seen play in so many different decks that have nothing to do with darkness because just the ability to get free energies on the board from the discard pile. And then you can do all these things, move them around, discard them, gain bonus damage, as in the case with Darkrai V-Star here. It's just an asset. It's just too good. With this guy, he's basically you're gonna get free energies, darkness energies on the board, and this guy's gonna be able to power up his attack super quickly. Dish out extremely high damage, and then you've got the Moltres too as backup. We have enough discard outlets right now that you can easily just discard darkness energies. Ultra Ball is out. We have other cards too, so that's not going to be difficult. And you have a very consistent, fast deck that you basically just run a bunch of basic Pokemon and you're only stage 1 Darkrai V-Star. A lot of room for trainers and just a lot of room for consistency, and you got a deck. It's going to be the death of new Fusion Strike, those fucking decks for the people that hate them because they think they're broken. They are broken because Genesect isn't once per turn. But yeah, and I guess to balance this out in a way too, I mean, Darkrai is weak to grass. They're giving this set a lot of grass support too. The new Gardenia supporter card. It's basically going to be the new welder for grass Pokemon. Not as strong, just like Melanie, but I think it's possibly better than Melanie, but worse than a welder still. But that's another thing. So, grass Pokemon, if Darkrai becomes too much, there's a bunch of different grass Pokemon you can exploit, power up, and then they're going to check this guy, perhaps. But I mean, Darkrai, it's still going to be a menace, It's a really awesome card too. The Darkrai VSTAR just really gives me some nice Darkrai Level X vibes with the layout and design. It's pretty cool. I do hope I get a bunch of these to use it myself and show you guys videos as well. I was doing a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel these last couple of months, but I've been playing a lot of Pokemon TCG, and maybe I'll crack open some actual packs too and codes. So hopefully I can get the cards. But even if I don't crack real life packs, I build enough tokens and like the in-game tokens in the game. So hopefully I'll be able to pull some cards so I can show you guys deck. But anyway, to summarize, basically, Darkrai is going to be hot. A lot of V-Stars are coming into the game slowly but surely with this set. There's a lot of other Pokemon like Dialga and Palkia. They can be decks too. And with their respective energy accelerations, with Metal, Dialga. You got Magnezone in this set as well. You've got Metal Saucer, of course. A bunch of ways to power up that card. Metal has a lot of support too. You can use Bronzong, conserve the energies. Palkia might even be better than Dialga. Dialga is strong, but Palkia I think is just going to be more consistent. It's just easier to use. Cheaper energy costs and compatible with Melanie too. So for the players that love their Melanie, Ice Rider, Calyrex, Suicune decks, they'll have something to think about. And even some regular Pokemon. I don't want to give people hope with regular Pokemon, but perhaps the regular Decider Eye might be able to put in some work if we can make a really good build, like find the correct build, just every single card, because Stage 2 Pokemon just can't afford for any errors. But if people can figure out a good list with that deck, because you don't need to play energies to use this attack, and you're going to have a lot of space, maybe you can make it consistent, maybe it's going to be good. Other than that, there's a bunch of other Vs, V-Stars, a lot of strong V-Star abilities right now. Decider Eye V-Star, gonna let you draw 8 cards, draw into F8. Perhaps Typhlosion can be good. You can use with Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX. A lot of Pokemon. Oh, and I forgot to mention too with Darkrai, his V-Power is also pretty damn good. You grab 2 item cards from your discard pile, put them into your hand. So it's like a freaking double dowsing machine that's free. I guess it's very, ironic, poetic. How should I say this? You got the Arceus, which is a double free computer search, and then Darkrai, next set, is a double dowsing machine. Ultimately, Arceus is still going to be the more versatile and flexible Pokemon that you can just use in a bunch of different decks. It's only going to get better as more cards come out, because it can power up those Pokemon. But in its own deck, Darkrai, with that double dowsing machine effect too, it's going to be pretty good. It synergizes with its setup as well. If you can grab 2 item cards from your discard pile, even if you use this as early game, mid game, to just grab like discard outlets or whatever you need to grab, it's strong. So it's going to be the fast turbo deck, I guess, to replace what new Fusion Strike is. And yeah, VMAX Pokemon, Arceus can power them up, but they're going to slowly start to fade out, I think. They're already kind of fading out. You got a few VMAXs at C play, but it's just, V-Stars are just stronger. They just offer more utility, and they're going to be better. It's just like when the GXs came out, what happened with the EX Pokemon, basically. Okay, I don't think there's anything else for me to say. This set is pretty big. Poke Beach said that they're going to cut a few cards, but they usually do this. They cut a few cards and then they come in the next set. I think some of the regular forms or full arts for cards like Jirachi and stuff, they're going to be cut. But it doesn't make much difference. This set is going to have a lot of cards, and you can definitely build a lot of decks from this set alone. I mean, it's kind of tough for me to just say if this is better than Brilliant Stars. I mean, I guess in some ways, maybe. In some ways, maybe not. There's a few VMAXs too, like Heatran, I guess, that you can make a deck just like Stone Journal. There's stuff you can do, but I think the eyes are going to be on all of the powerful V-Stars, and especially Darkrai. That's about it. Any other trainers that I'm forgetting about? There's a lot of strong trainers in this set too that are going to make an impact. They don't really come to my mind right now, besides Gardenia, which is Energy Acceleration for Grass. Oh yeah, there's the Canceling Cologne. If I remember that right, what it does with that ability negation, that card is broken as all fuck. They should have not printed that. If I'm remembering right, I said that in the set review as well. That card is just too damn good. And other, good balls like Feather Ball that are going to come out. Just good search cards, good consistency cards, giving us more options. So yeah, pretty good set. So that's it for my, I guess, TCG rant prelude. Be prepared for this set to come out. For anybody that's really serious, I do recommend you guys try and get the cards. A lot of the decks are going to be powerful. And yeah, in 2 weeks, we're going to be getting it. Looking forward to it. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like, share this video with your friends, and I'll see you guys next time. What